Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am still here for more treasure hunting. We're charging through January 5th, and next on the docket is Spy Kyoushitsu. Spy Classroom. Something Great War. Espionage fulfills their agendas. Cool. Spy Room. Studio Feel. What has Studio Feel done recently? Snafu, which is fun and fine. Hinamatsuri, which is fun and fine. I haven't seen Tsukigakure. Newest. Spy Kyoushitsu. Some stuff. Bokutachi no remake. I don't know. Ochikobore Fruit Tart. This is Okay, so I think the thing that I've seen most recently from this studio was which I didn't love it. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. Bikini Warriors OVA. Nice. Degashikashi. Oshiete Galko-chan. So, a range. Certainly a range. Bikini Warriors. Action fantasy mystery. Oh, so not comedy. Sora Amamiya, Inori Minase, Miku Ito. Wow, that is 5 main characters. 6, 7, 8, 9 main characters. That's too many main characters. We'll see if it's any fun. Alright. So, I've got Spy Kyoushitsu Episode 1 up and ready to go. 2 versions, picture-in-picture in the description. Timer on YouTube. Supported on Patreon. Beep beep timer. True. Time for a day. Ho. I hope this guy is Tom Cruise. You know, if you're known as the greatest spy in the world, then everybody knows who you are. Yeah. Is that interpolated to 24 FPS? Looked like it. If only. And so he started hiring cute girls. Indeed. So if everybody knows that everybody is spying on everybody, then it doesn't work. I guess it does. There are so many of them. Honestly, I just want that scene to go on for 5 minutes as like 400 characters click, 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 click. The guns keep getting bigger. Bazooka, rocket launcher, RPG, click, click. Oh, great. Scalto. Flower garden. Kawaii. Very Low saturation, low color. Going for realism? It's not the worst horse I've ever seen. Ah, a Determinator? With the biggest personality. Is this based on a light novel? Okay. Hey. 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 Okay, that was really weird. Oh. 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 Underneath the chapel. Yeah. Oh. All of the worst. Nobody is waiting for you. We're all the rejects. Maybe not. Maybe the next generation of super spies. I don't know. Not great. We all suck. Oh, this is his mission, huh? Red on his arms. Yep, paint all over. Okay, man. Otoko. Karasu da. Hmm. Icebreakers! Everybody go around and say something about... that might be the impossible mission that he's been given. Ha. In German. Now that's nice. Who cooked? Pandemonium. Daughter dearest. Forgetter. Meadow. Glint. Of course you were. Dream Speaker. She cooked. Oh, that's why they're sending you. To get rid of you. To get you all dead. Where are we going with this? Where are we going with this? Bunch of cute girls, they live together. What's the point? There's room for an interesting setup and an interesting payoff here. But where is it? But where is it? Hi, Klaus. Tell me where the juice is. Where's the sauce, dude? Classified. Well. Huda! What, Nick? Just like that. Do it like this. Whoa. He's just a prodigy, but I gave it to you. Ah, I'm dealing with idiots. It'll all work out. Oh my god, he's just... he's actually the character from every spy movie where everything just works out for him despite his stupidity. Holy shit. Excellent. Excellent. This is why you don't have prodigies teach. Yeah, it'll all just work out. I want to change. I don't want to die. Shinutaku nai. Get some cliche lines in episode 1. And it's time to bloom out of control. She couldn't even say it with seriousness. This is where I do the most thinking. I can't read. I'm just hoping the ideas in them will pop into my head. Huh? Hmm. Yeah, we didn't invite all the others? Oh. Is this romance? Okay, what era are we actually in? Hmm. One arm at a time. I see. Much much of it is unconscious. Yeah, you just did based off of 1,000 trainings. The answer is repetition. But I have no idea what that means. Hmm. You need a translator. Well, hell. Backhanded. There is much wrong with this boat. Are we doing a romance? It's neither comedic enough to be a joke, nor romantic enough to be a romance. I don't know what the point of the show is. All the other boats are gone. I spent 3 years developing an immunity to iocane powder. Oh. Oh. Linking it together. Shit. You suck. We're going after it together. Yeah. Why? Gom Jabbar style. He's fully paralyzed on the floor. Hey. Ha. No! He's outspied the spy! Conspicuously absent. Dun dun dun! Alright, this is fun. This is fun. The dumb mind games are very fun. And instead, that made you predict where I would attack you. Yeah, I know that you're not good with lockpicks. He's just paralyzed on the floor still. Fucking intuition. Left it. Hmm. Hmm. Well, we're both dead. And we're sinking. Bee! Alright, we survived. Ah, there we go. Finally, they're not acting like they're just bolted on. You've passed the first test by attempting this. Oh, we're reaching for the stars. Give us the reveal, boyo. Fair enough. Rita. Out of a sinking boat. Put people in mortal danger? Make them spy against each other? It's really... Well, we'll see. How does that work? I'm the greatest spy in the world. Oh, there it is. Yeah, just straight up. So then why haven't we heard of you? That's why you haven't heard of me. Like Ansatsu Kyoushitsu. Like Ass Class. Into a classroom of deception. I like it. I like that. I like it. I wish it were able to lean further into comedy. Honestly. Because there's some... I think I can just end it here. I think there's some... there are some elements of this that are deeply humorous. Like the continued idea that he's laying there just being like, I'm so much better than you when he's full paralyzed is deeply comedic, and it could use a little bit of cut back to him with a different background to make the gag land. A little bit of oomph to it. A little bit less deadpan. But they're trying really hard to make it all quite serious and very like realism in world style. It's same with the saturation and the color of the characters and stuff. I would actually like this show to be a little bit more anime. A little bit less trying to do like Leon the Professional, where it's all dead serious all the way through. Because it doesn't lend itself to that. It's actually goofy. The whole greatest spy in the world is goofy as hell. The whole scene where he like auto does the lockpicks is goofy as hell, and we could play it off as a little bit funnier, and it would land better. But instead it goes it ends up being kind of bland and kind of confusing. When you watch a show, it's not always obvious what you're supposed to be feeling in the moment of a scene. It's part of why in anime, it's so popular, so common to have cutaways to characters who are observing, and they give us our emotional touchstone. Two characters do some kind of interaction, we cut to a third character, and that character's going, ah, and you empathize with that, mirror neuron with that, and it gives you the grounding to go, oh, what I'm supposed to be feeling in this moment is what this third-party character feels, and so I can understand where we're going with the thing. I can follow the thing because it leads you along. And a part of that is childish, perhaps, but I think you dispense with it at your peril when you're directing something like this. It's part of why we have commentators for sports events, so that you can understand to some extent what's going on. I don't know if that's exactly what I would want here, but one of the ways that you can do that without directly cutting to another character and giving that sort of emotional framing is to frame things with understood tropes and visuals and explanations. For example, you cut to something that's meant to be funny, and the background shifts, and you get things that demonstrate some humor. So that you look at it and you don't go, I'm not sure what to feel here. You go, oh, this is a comedic scene, haha. I get it. I'm following along with the flow of the thing. It feels like it lacks that a little bit. It feels like it could use a little bit more of that. Not that that's always good, but this show seems to be trying to walk a line between seriousness and humor, and it becomes a little bit unclear when the seriousness is happening and when the humor is happening. You know, when you got mind games going on between characters, they can be like Death Note mind games where you're using camera shots and you're using Tetsuro Araki is using the flow of the media to demonstrate the intensity of the experience that's occurring, the intensity of the events that are happening and the way that the characters are thinking and the interplay between the characters. But you can also use humor and goofiness and changing colors and warped backgrounds and stuff in the way that Kaguya-sama wa Kurotsuketai uses those elements in order to demonstrate humor and to demonstrate how you should feel about each of the events that's occurring as the characters mind game one another. I think both each leverages directorial skill in order to represent and make accessible and convey emotional states effectively to the audience in completely different directions. And what we see here in Spy Kyoushitsu is a complete lack of either. Everything is played dead center straight, with no... we don't even really Dutch the angles to make it feel like there's a big shift that's happened. We don't even really play with the framing to make it more interesting. Or to put our characters off-center. We just sort of run a flat shot, reverse shot all the way through. When we've got one character laying paralyzed in the bottom of a boat and the other standing over him, there's infinite play that can be done with that to make it interesting. And it isn't there. Feels like a missed opportunity. There are some elements of the show and the story that I think are pretty fun. There are some ideas here that I don't dislike. But it feels like in conveyance, much has been lost. You take a light novel and adapt it to anime, you have room to express very effectively, to add layers to the expression, to generate a piece of art that not only conveys the material present in the light novel, but goes above and beyond to generate something interesting, imaginative, expressive, powerful maybe, or humorous maybe. But if you just play it safe all the way through, and just demonstrate place, they go to this place, they do this thing, they walk together, flat, 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 then it all feels flat and bland. And I think this episode feels kind of flat and bland. You know what's not flat and bland? The main character's character design. I hesitated to mention it all the way through. The main character's character design. And it has one particularly odd moment, which is we get the main character running down a hallway. Here. She's got like quadruple D sized taters. And they're locked on. Everything about her moves and flows. Locked in. It's like the opposite of Gainax Bound. The complete opposite. Like, geez, if you're gonna draw your MC with the mongoest of mongo-sized titties, you might as well draw them bouncing. Just to say it. I think. Because if you don't, it's weird. It's very strange. Alright. Weird show. Weird miss. It's very close to hitting the mark for me. But weird miss. Demonstrates to me some of the power of directional fun. Of having fun with the directing. Because that really can convey a lot of different emotional states and a lot of enjoyment. And it's not here. Cool. That'll be a wrap for Spy Kyoushitsu. I don't see much reason to continue on with this one. Thanks for watching this episode, section, segment, piece of Treasure Hunt. I'll see you for whatever's next. Peace.